Hey y'all, Splinter Snakeo here with my, I think last review of the day. This is my custom movie X-Men. Quite happy with a lot of it, some not so much. As you can hopefully see, each one of them has their own colour, because I put a bit of my own personal twist in it. If you think back to the cartoons or the comics or whatever, you know, they all had their own costumes. The only time I ever saw them actually in a synchronized costume was X-Men First Class, as in the comic, or Ultimate X-Men, where they all had the black and white, yellow. But you know, I remember growing up to like Jim Lee and the comics from that. So yeah, I thought I'd give them their own little taste. I've changed them slightly from the movie. For example, Cyclops here, in the first movie, if I remember rightly, I think he had a red line going down, and Jean, she had a green line. He might be blue, I honestly can't remember, so don't hold me to that. But yeah, I mean, they've each got pretty much the same kind of paint job, but all unique in their own way. So I'll quick do a roster and then I'll go through quick close-ups. I've got Storm, Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, Gambit, Nightcrawler in leathers, Cyclops, Iceman and Colossus. So where to begin? Ooh, I don't know where to go. Let's start from left to right. So I'll go from Storm. She was actually made from Marvel Legends, I think Series 8 Storm, the one in the black costume with the rubber cape, which came in a white variant in the X-Men Classics, which is actually ironically what Jean Grey is. But yeah, I pretty much resculpt the entire body, sculpt all the padding, the belt, the cuffs on the boots and the gloves, the hair. I know they have their uniforms open to reveal a bit of cleavage, but the mould had ruffles in it and I didn't really want to take that away, so I thought I'd make them a bit more, you know, uniformy. Anyway, I think it came out really good. The hair especially, I love the hair. As I've said in my previous video, I'm kind of new to this customizing. Some of the work out there I think is amazing. I'm undertaking more and more as it goes. She's got a little silver axe, and as you can see, she's got silver in her costume. I ideally would like to have painted her cape silver or sewn some silver in it, but I'm not very good at sewing. So now her articulation is slightly different because I got around to swapping her shoulders out, because the shoulders that came with the figure actually snapped. Here, it couldn't take the strain from the paint. So these are just some simple Marvel Legends female, I don't know, like Black Cat or something, I can't remember. So she's got head rotation ever so slight, because of the hair obviously. 360, all the way up to ball joint now. Rotation at the bicep, but it's hindered by the sculpt. Double jointed elbow, and then a cuff glove rotation kind of thing. Yeah, I know. She's got a slight ab crunch, very slight, and it goes back quite a lot. No waist cut, that got moulded over when I did the belt and the hip sculpt. Leg goes T-cut, so it goes forward quite nicely. It goes out quite about that much, so if I do both of them, you can get like a kick or something. Just so scared about scratching off this, it took so long to do. She's got double jointed knee, and that's actually it. The mould, it's kind of hard to see this cape in a way. The mould that I did went over because Storm had just a sleek blue, but I wanted her to have a costume in X-Men 2 to close and get it. So she actually has cuffs. So yeah. Jean is almost identical, same face, just painted differently. So Got a bit of splotch in there. The hair I gave her a nice little side part in, flared up, so a bit like X-Men 2. Not like X-Men 3. She got full 360 degree hair in that. But their arms, as I said, they're different, so that's as far as they go. I'm sure that she's exactly the same, just red. Alright, we'll go for Gambit next. This is a movie 2 Cyclops figure, for who don't know, with a bit of leather. I went for a split. I'm not sure how I feel about it now. Might change it later. Gave it some nice leathery material. He's got, I don't know whether I can see this, it's the light's not helping. I don't know if I can, let's try that. Just one sec guys, I got a torch. I don't know how powerful it is, but maybe, is that even on? Can you see that? Nope, that's not helping in the slightest. I'll have to lift you up to the, there you go. Maybe you can see that a bit clearer now. Purple. Gave him a nice dark purple on his lines. He's got the same lines as Cyclops. Here's just this really nice purple. The head was some wrestler. You feel free to tell me. I don't know. Don't do wrestling. But yeah, and then I gave his hands a cut so he can have 2-finger articulation. So it looks like he's pulling a card out of his jacket or something, going. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is as a concept. I gave him some. I don't know if you can really see this. Pitch down legs. There you go. Gave him some really dark eyes with the red pupils. It's got some face scuffs from being in storage for so long. Anyway, the next one is Nightcrawler. As they say. Great German accent there. Anyway, he was actually a lot of hard work. He was originally a Wolverine. Now I don't know if you guys are in the States, but over here we got some like rubber-y kind of X-Men figures. They're all weird. So this is what his was, and then I've moulded the entire of this in. So he's the X, the side. So he's actually got an ab crunch, because movie figures don't have that. And he's a nice dark red, which you can probably see if I do that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, the movie X-Men Nightcrawler's hands, head and feet. Feet don't have any articulation short of the toes, because they were literally just glued on. His feet are weird. And then the tail was glued on. But I gotta say, it's one of my all-time favourites customs I've done. I think it looks so good. So yeah, he can bounce over there. Cyclops, the boy in blue. And he is in blue. If I tilt him, you can see the paint. It's got a nice bright blue in his uniform, which I thought was quite good. Now I've actually got I've got several visors for him. His visor is actually detachable. He's one of the light-ups, but I think the batteries are, yeah, they're dead. I kept the gimmick. I thought there's actually one of the gimmicks I don't mind. But I've got the X-Men 2 visor. I've also got the I don't know, like a shield thing so he can't actually blast. But the first one's my favourite. You know, it's classic to the comic look. I like the fact that it's big. I thought the second one was too small. I mean, the amount of power Cyclops is supposed to hold behind his eyes, you can hold with a stupid little bloody flimsy. Nah, I didn't like the second one. I definitely preferred the first one. But anyway, Cyclops, Iceman. He's the only one that's actually got a different uniform, really. I'm sure the girls, because he's got, for some reason, their figure gave him this, even though he never wore this in the movie. But I gave him this nice kind of icy blue. And that's Aaron, whatever his name is, I can't think. Great sculpt, to be honest, of him. They've all got the same articulation, short of Nightcrawler and the girls. You know, I'll do it on Nightcrawler quick, Iceman quickly. Head rotation, arm on a ball, 360, bicep swivel, double elbow, glove cut, and then hand cut. They do have that, but mine's glued. Nothing in the waist, nothing in the torso, sorry. Waist cut, but mine's also glued. And then T-cut hips, then go forward, out, and there's a rotation there, but mine's glued. Double knees, there's a cut there, again mine's glued, and then ankle rotation, and then toe rotation. A mouthful. Right, and finally Mr. Rasputin. I gave with a grey. I know people think, why don't you do metallic silver or something like that, because obviously he is metallic, and I was like, yeah, I thought of that, but then I remember actually seeing that she had the metallic. Oh cool, she's standing. They don't like standing by themselves. Damn it! Shouldn't have spoken. So I gave her what she actually had in the movie, which is the metallic, because I think it worked really well with Storm. And then for this guy, I went with grey. Just it kind of fits to me. Thinking maybe yellow or red like he has in his classic costumes, but I've got a few more on the way. I'm going to do an angel, and he's going to be white. And who else am I doing? Wolverine. He's orange, he's yellow. Yeah, you're surprised I didn't go Wolverine. I had a Wolverine, but I gave him to my nephew for his birthday. He kept asking me, so I was like, okay, it's cool. Who else is going to do? I was going to do a few others, but anyway, if I get them done, I will post them and show you guys. And thanks for looking at my X-Men that are all over the floor. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Hey, or Split Snake. I forgot to add Beast. He was buried in my box. Had a quick rummage, couldn't find anyone else. He's Marvel Legend Mojo? Yeah, Mojo sounds about right, or Annihilate, or I don't bloody know, there's too many to keep track. Anyway, yeah, he's very simple. I kept him like he was. I took off his shoulders of his coat for the simple fact that it just hindered hindered him completely. He was like, can't move my arms. For an acrobatic character, I thought was kind of stupid. I would have personally either made it part of the sculpt, or I would have done something completely different. But I had two of these, so I've got one that's Captain Tacky if I ever want to swap them over. Don't know if you can really see, but I gave him, trying to get it in there, zoom. I don't know if you can really see that. I gave him a very dark blue to match his dark bluish blueness, and if you notice his hands are also closed. Very simple, heated, and a bit of glue on the fingertips, because I always thought he was like that. It's like, what's that about? Didn't like it, so I thought, yeah, I can punch people. I was like, I don't know, you can still get poses and whatever. He's Beast, he can do whatever, he's Beast. Anyway, yeah, quick one. So, yeah, sorry I forgot this guy. So, yeah, hey, thanks, bye.